Hey everyone, welcome back to Style Intellect. Today, we're diving deep into the world of a character who doesn't get as much attention as she deserves. Monica Charles Brooks from our beloved sitcom series, Girlfriends. Last week, I did a style analysis on the four main girlfriends, Joan, Lynn, Toni, and Maya. But I would be remiss if I didn't talk about Monica. Sure, we all love Toni Childs, the iconic boujie Barbie of the group, but Monica brings her own unique flavor. Let's break down Monica's character development, what makes her and Toni so similar yet so different, and of course, we love style over here, so we'll do a bit of a style analysis on her as well. Before we get into it, let me know in the comments down below what you think about Monica's character. And do you like Toni or Monica better? Now, I have to give credit to this Reddit thread I found that discusses whether or not Monica is who Toni wished she was, and that's why she hated her so much. Do you think that's true? I'm not sure, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. So we first meet Monica in season 3, episode 3, as William's one-night stand interest, who he actually ends up falling for. At first, it appears as though it was a chance meeting between the two, but we later learn that Monica already knew who William was and set herself up to be approached by him. Monica knows exactly how to get what she wants, and she will do what it takes to get it. William mentions to the girlfriends that Monica has a degree in economics, a blue belt in Taekwondo, and she was attending grad school. So we already know she's a catch. Now, Monica truly embodies the sophisticated woman. She drinks white wine, even at bars.
Apparently not.
Monica?
Oh, an aperitivo. China, Ponte Mace, anything.
You're gonna have to give me that one more time.
Okay? Just a nice dry wine. Wine.
Oh!
Wears minimal jewelry and is all about that quote-unquote quiet luxury look. Her style is classic and chic with more timeless and muted colors, and her wardrobe kind of screams business casual with a hint of seduction. Think Office Siren. I'm so sorry to keep using these Gen Z style archetypes, but I couldn't think of a better way to describe these. Although, when she is trying to seduce a man, she will turn up the femininity and put on those pinks and reds, low-cut V-necks, and so on. Her hair is always done, and she rocks a shoulder-length bob with voluminous curls every day. You will never not catch her in a pair of heels, even when she's at home rocking a robe. You'll never catch her lacking, except in one episode, but we'll talk about that later. She truly is a pampered bougie Barbie who comes from money. Monica's ambition is clear from the get-go. In season 3, episode 6, she's already influencing William's decisions at work and in his personal life. She convinces him to drop Joan as co-counsel from a case that he was working on, and convinces him to throw an extravagant $20,000 Christmas party so that he can up his chances of becoming senior partner. Right from the jump, we see her manipulative yet determined nature. She tries to control everything about William, from the clothes he wears to the drinks he orders. William, on the other hand, is attracted to her connections and the doors she can open for him. Her father, in fact, is very close to the owners of the firm. Initially, he doesn't mind having a relationship based on career objectives, and Monica is plotting for him to take over the firm he works for. When the girlfriends first meet Monica, Toni immediately clocks her as a gold digger. Joan calls her a manipulative man-eater, and the girls all decide that William needs to get rid of her. And to be fair, their sentiments were kind of valid. She was pretty rude to the girls when they first met and didn't even bother trying to get their names right.
We're just very protective over William, but we can see that he's in very good hands.
Thank you, Maya. Don't ever question me, girl. Trust.
I understand that most of us are bad with names upon first meeting, but you would think that learning the names of those closest to the man you're dating would have some priority. Truthfully, she doesn't really give a damn about anything but his career, because I can bet she knew the names of every important person in that law office. So the girls really aren't impressed by Monica and actually resent her for her intentions with William. Monica and William's rocky relationship. The relationship between Monica and William is quite the roller coaster. Their ambitions and personal goals often clash, But despite these ups and downs, Monica always manages to bounce back, showing resilience and, of course, determination, or her willingness to be walked over in order to score a successful rich husband that can take care of her financially, however you want to look at it. As mentioned before, Monica convinced William to throw a $20,000 Christmas party for the law firm, which she does offer to pay for as an investment in William. He was actually supposed to dress up as Santa Claus for Maya's son Jabari that same night, but he backed out to throw the party. However, all of that was in vain because he does not end up making partner and he decides to quit the firm. He hides this from Monica for a while, but eventually he comes clean to her on a trip to Italy, and she is very clearly not pleased. She tried to leave, but William hid her passport, so she was unable to leave. When they had a chance to talk, she decided to stay with William as he navigates his new career path, even though he's not very supportive of his ambitions to start his own firm. Later on, he gets hired to consult on a case with his old firm and has to work with Sharon, the woman who was chosen over him and Joan from outside of the firm to be senior partner. They almost end up sleeping together, prompting William to realize that he is not as okay with the relationship with Monica as he thought. When William comes clean about this, Monica appears to be more upset that he has tarnished his relationship with the senior partner at the one firm where he has a chance of reviving his career, and orders him to finish his business with Sharon because the last thing a powerful woman wants is to be rejected. That's a direct quote from Monica.
You need to go back and finish your business with Sharon.
Finish my... Wait, hold on. What in the hell are you talking about?
The last thing a powerful woman wants is to be rejected. And that's what you've done to Sharon. If you don't go back and rectify the situation, your career could be over.
Despite Monica's willingness to overlook his infidelity for career benefits, William ultimately chooses intimacy over a career-driven relationship and breaks up with Monica, who is actually visibly hurt. William does eventually make senior partner, but at the time, he's no longer dating Monica. After this episode, we don't see Monica for a while, but at the end of season 4, she makes an appearance. Monica and William actually run into each other in New York while she is on her way back from a leisure trip to Europe. Her hair's grown out a bit and she's dressed in a sexy pink halter top, and they actually end up hooking up one night. On the flight back, they were seated next to each other in first class. And during the plane ride, Monica admits that she's been keeping tabs on him and she knows that he became senior partner. Because they hooked up in the hotel, Monica believes that they're back together. But William clarifies that it was just one night, although they do hook up again in the airplane bathroom. At the beginning of season 5, the two are back together, but that doesn't last long because William believes he has feelings for Joan and dumps Monica because of this. Personally, I wish they'd never tried to make William and Joan a thing, but that's neither here nor there. Again, we don't see Monica for a while until season 6, episode 19. Prior to this episode, William has been seeing a high-end matchmaker, but he's not having any luck. Based on his requirements, one of his matches ends up being none other than Monica. William realizes she's the one and begs the matchmaker to give him Monica's information. Against her policy, the matchmaker concedes and gives William Monica's information so he can reconnect with her. Season 7 is where we see the most character development in Monica. You see, Toni was no longer in the show after season 6, so it's easy to assume that Monica was somewhat of a replacement. At this point, we begin to see her in just about every episode. She actually starts to loosen up a bit, and we get to see sides of Monica that we really haven't seen before. She becomes more vulnerable and even asks Joan to be her maid of honor. There's an episode where William admits to Joan that he's having cold feet about the wedding, and when Joan hints at this to Monica, we actually see some real emotion from Monica. Joan is really the first out of the friend group to really accept Monica, but Maya and Lynn aren't so keen to do the same. In the episode Everybody Hates Monica, Monica overhears them talking about how much they can't stand her, and when she confronts the group, they reveal that Joan is trying to replace Toni with Monica.
I said, Pastor Jackson, if God don't like ugly, then he must can't stand your wife.
No, you didn't.
All in all, Monica believes that they're all just jealous of her, and she claims that she's used to this type of behavior from women, which is kind of telling about her character. I don't know that I would say that Maya and Lynn were jealous of her, really, and that's the reason why they didn't like her, but I don't doubt that Monica has dealt with that in the past. Despite the initial tension with all the other girlfriends, Monica slowly integrates into the group, and by season 8, you can really see her as one of the girlfriends, unofficially. Let's take it back to season 7. In this season, we also get a glimpse into Monica's family dynamics. When Monica leaves William due to his embarrassing, drunken wedding speech about not wanting to get married to Monica at first, she goes back to her condo in Chicago. We learn that her father, a successful commodities trader and the reason for her family's wealth, suffers from dementia. We can infer that since her father was so successful, he was probably too busy working to build a true relationship with his daughter, other than providing her monthly allowances.
Are you sharing your daddy's dementia with your friends?
I'm sorry, Mother. I know how you like to keep family business swept under the rug.
Her mother, Elena Kane Charles Brooks, is a cold and harsh woman.
This is Joan, Lynn, and Maya.
Eleanor Kane Charles Brooks.
You would have met them had you come to my wedding.
I explained, Monica, that it's hard to travel given your father's condition. Of course, I thought we were just missing the wedding. I didn't realize we'd be missing the entire marriage.
And we can definitely see some of her traits were passed down to Monica. This background gives us insight into why Monica is the way that she is. Emotionally detached on the surface, but someone who craves love and care deep down. Her mother informs her that she's taking control of the father's finances, kicks Monica out of her beautiful condo, and tells her she is on her own and that it's her fault for being unable to secure her marriage and not having a career to fall back on. And she said all of this in front of Joan, Lynn, and Maya. Her mother was a cold bitch, to put it lightly. In one episode, Monica mentioned that her mother was actually disappointed that she was born a girl and not a boy. So there is some resentment leading all the way back to her birth. Like many other family dynamics that we see like this, she had plenty of money growing up, but the household seemed to lack love, bonding, compassion, all of these things that children need. So because her mother cut her off and she no longer has access to William's money because she left him, we see Monica looking disheveled for the first time and only time. The poor thing can't afford her usual beauty routine and cannot afford to see her usual Beverly Hills stylist, so she has to do her hair herself. And let me tell you, it looks crazy. Later on in the episode, Lynn takes her to a cosmetology school where, if you know, you can go there and get your hair done for a lot cheaper than if you go to a licensed professional stylist. But eventually, her and William get back together, and she's able to afford her usual luxuries again. By the end of the series, Monica truly evolves. She supports William's career decisions even when they don't align with her initial ambitions, showing us that she values their relationship over their status. She seems to be much less status-driven than she was in the beginning, although she still cares about William's career and will pull whatever strings necessary to help him succeed. When William decides he wants to quit his job again, Monica, despite her fears about what could happen if he doesn't succeed at running his own law firm, is not nearly as condescending as she was the first time around when she tried to leave him in Europe. Instead, she's mostly afraid because this time she's having a baby and doesn't have her parents' money as a safety net. Ultimately, she chooses to support William and reassures him that she will stand by him no matter what happens, which shows significant growth in her character. In the end, William decides to keep his job, but coming from a woman who once said, quote, "Love is a romantic notion. Even if it exists, it dissipates in a year," unquote. This is huge. You know what we call that? Growth. Her journey from a cold, status-driven woman to a supportive partner and friend is really a testament to her character's depth. So what exactly makes Monica different from Toni? Both are fierce, materialistic, and sophisticated in their own ways, but they come from very different backgrounds. Monica grew up in a wealthy family in Chicago, in contrast to Toni's humble beginnings on a farm in Fresno, California. Toni's uncomfortable with her past and does whatever she can to run away from it, essentially running away from part of herself. Is it possible that Toni's maybe a bit jealous of Monica's background? Maybe, but I don't think we see enough interaction between the two of them to really know for sure. What is similar in their background, though, is that they both have strained relationships with their mothers. However, Toni seems to be on the road to repairing that relationship with her mother, while Monica, it's less likely to happen for her. But of course, we never really truly know because the show ended so abruptly. They both seek out men with money and status, but Monica is willing to build up her man and invest in him, while Toni wants her man to come with all that before he even steps to her. Personally, I understand Toni because she's worked so hard to get what she has. What room does she have to build a man up? She's a businesswoman, a real estate agent. She doesn't have the time to do that. Whereas Monica has all the time and opportunity to invest in a man. She doesn't have a job, and she was at one point living off of her family's money. As far as style goes, both are very chic and stylish, but Monica's wardrobe is a bit more classic with muted colors, while Toni's is more colorful and playful. I don't necessarily think Toni wished she was Monica. Honestly, I think they both secretly had an appreciation and respect for each other.
Toni Childs of Toni Childs Realty. I've heard of you. You're good. You'll have to give me your card. You might want to get your resume together.
Brava, bitch! Bravissima! Oh,
Honestly, I think this comparison could be a whole video on its own. What do you think? And that is the end of this video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more style analyses and deep dives. Let me know in the comments what you think of Monica's character arc. See you in the next video. Bye!